Uh, uh, let's get that on. It's been so long since I've streamed. There we go. There we go. Hello. Wow, it's been a bit. uh, Technically I'm still on streaming hiatus, but you know, I wanted to talk about this while it's still fresh in my mind. And then I can be like, oh, I have a recording of me talking about all the stuff that I did. And yeah. Oh, man, I am still so tired. Where do I even start? Okay, I guess I'll start chronologically and then probably backtrack a couple of times because I remembered something, and then it's like, oh, I have to go back in time and then go forward in time and just make it a confusing mess. But my voice is like, I don't know how it sounds. It probably sounds very tired and kind of a little rougher than usual. But okay, so we head out on Thursday. You picked me up. Oh yeah. So the car ride there, you know, it was a road trip. It was still fun, you know, that part was still fun. We originally started off, you know, the drive with like Kiara and Ina songs, and then it slowly devolved into like old Annie song and fucking in joke songs between Tomoyo and I, like but like yeah, so like we listened to oh, what's that artist name? The Sosei no Aquarium opening. Oh, Akino. We listened to a couple of Akino songs. And then who else? Oh, Kotoko. We also listened to Kotoko. And then out of nowhere, Tomoyo plays fucking Indestructible. The Street Fighter 4 song, and it was out of nowhere, and it was sandwiched in between Old Annie songs, so I was like, oh my god, no, I don't want to hear this song again. I have got that song out of my brain. I don't want to remember Indestructible. And then like halfway through, like when we were in like pretty much halfway through, when you least suspect it, it's all around you. You stop that. You stop that. Oh, halfway through, there was a monarch migration happening, and the windshield of the car was covered with monarch butterfly juice. And the friend that was driving, oh, I don't have a nickname for them. They're not online. They are very completely offline. So I Sean Connor off the grid. I'll just say friend, I guess, for now. But they were driving and they don't like butterflies, so for them it was like Carthesis of just having the butterfly carcasses juiced all over the windshield. Like, I like butterflies, I felt a little bit bad, but I was like, oh, I'm not the one driving, so I guess it's okay. There was like, oh, you know, so if you ever do that drive from north to LA, there's usually like, you know, the mountains, and they're usually like really dry, right? Like they're like, you know, it's pretty dead. But like when we went, it was like really green. It was actually really nice looking, but like there wasn't like the huge abundance of cows. And I was like, oh, like that's half the fun of the trip is seeing all the cows just kind of grazing. But they, you know, there wasn't too many just around. And I was like, oh, I want to see the cows. But yeah. And then it was like, once we got closer to LA, it was like, oh, all the memory, the painful memories of being stuck in traffic in LA. It's like, oh, yes, theoretically, getting to this place would be 10 minutes, but in reality, it is anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. But actually, it wasn't too bad. The 4-to-1 merge. I don't remember. That might have been like when I kind of was trying to take a nap. Not too sure. Right, I'm not too sure. Wait, is my mouth not moving? Testing? My mouth isn't moving. Why is my mouth not moving? Is my mic working? Oh, obviously my mic is working, but what the fuck? I haven't changed anything, my computer's been off. Microphone, there we go. Now, is it working? Ah, there we go. Oh my god, I was like, why the fuck is my mouth not moving? And I was like, But, okay, there we go. That's right. But, yeah, I'm not too sure. I might have been mentally checked out by that time. Not too sure. But when we got there, Kyoto, and you know, we're doing the pre-concert stream, and wait, ちょっと待って. I should pull up my photos. I can now show photos of LA now that I'm not in LA. Okay. Let me save these folders because I'm definitely prepared. No, where's the better pick? Okay, I gotta transfer the better pick off my phone. Me, professional streamer. Sup, Warren? Sup, Alice? Give me one moment. Well-prepared streamer. Is definitely well-prepared. Oh, yeah. Upload a picture of that. Upload a picture of that. That one. That one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, BBQ. That one. That one, that one, that one, that one. Did I have a picture of that thing that I got? Yes, I did. Okay. And then picture of those. Okay. Oh, I already uploaded a picture of that. Okay, that's fine. Hello. You haven't missed the juicy parts yet. I just talked about the car ride and how we were listening to Kiara Ina songs, and then we started listening to old Ane song, and then Omeo put on Indestructible, and I was like, no. Oh man, I saw that picture again of that, and I'm like, oh, I want some. Oh my god, my stream is just gonna be a fucking mess. But yeah, we took this picture. Here, I'll make it big for a bit. But yeah, we had all our plushies and we put them around of our oshis. And I think it's very obvious which ones are mine. But yeah, we mostly just chilled out. And unpacked. Was there anything else? Oh, we went to Izakaya, and since we were in K-Town. And that was pretty nice. It was just enough food. And pretty like, really cheap and really delicious. And it was like the perfect food for just after a car ride and relaxing. And then, so Friday, we went to that one mall that has the Animate store and the Book Off. And you want to do Izakaya where you're not the designated driver? Well, if I'm ever around and I can drive, I can be designated driver because I don't drink anymore. Golden City. I just realized that. But on Saturday, we went to that, I don't remember what the mall is called, but it has the Animate store and the Book Off, and so, we went to Animate store, we ran into someone we've known for a while, and then... I don't want to name drop. Do I want to name drop? Oh, fuck it, right? Like, who really is good at Ultras other than people who know me and know? But we ran into Spirit Snare, and I've been seeing Spirit Snare a lot more often recently. There was like a period of time, back in Melty days and Fenway days, where I'd see him a lot. And then oh, well, I know why. It's because I vanished off the face of the planet and I didn't go anywhere for like 8 years. But yeah, I've been running into him a lot and it's been really nice, But it's just like, we just keep seeing each other in like the weirdest places. But yeah, so we hung out and for a little bit at Animate, and I got a couple of things. Local picture. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so I got these things. I got a Toa sticker, and then they had like little you know, like the gacha things, where it's like an assortment. And so I got 2 of the rectangle badges, and then 2 of the like they're like error pouch kind of keychains. They're really cute. But you know, at that time it was like, oh, like that's the only chance of me getting Kanata merch, because they were like completely cleaned out, right? And I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of expected, right? Like, no, there's no way there's going to be Kanata merch, you know, this late. But then, you know, someone was stalking, and they had like a box, and I looked over, and I was like, huh? Like, is that? No, that can't be Kanata, you know? And I just kind of thought nothing of it, right? Like, I was like, oh, there's probably no way it's Kanata. There's nothing else of Kanata here. So it's like, it's probably just something else, right? But then like 5 minutes later, it was like eating away at me. I'm like, fuck it, right? Like, I'm gonna go to the front and I'm gonna ask, right? So I went up, and so I was, you know, I was trying to get the attention of the person who was stalking. And then another worker came by, right, and was like, oh, did you have any questions? And I was like, oh, you know, I saw, you know, that the person working the cashier, they were stalking earlier. I just wanted to see if I thought I saw something. And the person who was helping me was like, oh, which hello, are you looking for? And I was like, oh, you probably don't have it, but I'm looking for Kanata. And then he instantly turns around and picks up the thing that I thought it was. And yes, it was Kanata. It was this. I have a picture. It was this. It's the hand puppet. And I was like, no way, right? Like, oh, it's so cute. Oh, but yeah, like, I was like, oh my god, it was like, it actually is Kanata. And so that made my day. That made my trip, really. And so, like, you know, I got Meru, the Sui-chan hand puppet from this series. And so now Meru and I have matching, you know, Sui-chan and Kanata hand puppets. But yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, super lucky. Super, super lucky. But yeah, and then, oh, okay, and then while we were there, right, so like, you know, I talked about it before, but like a lot of my Hololive Oshis, they're all like retired, right? So, but like, I think my favorite one right now for like GP is definitely Kanade. And so they had a couple of Kanade things. They had like a really cute can badge that comes in its own holder. It was for the Regloss first anniversary, and they had like this really cute like acrylic that like took advantage of like the clear part, and so you can hold it up to things and have it be like its own picture, and then you take a picture of it, kind of thing, right? And then I don't know how Tomeo convinced me to get it. Because really, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? look at how fucking big that is. Look at how big that Kanade is. It is fucking massive. So now I just have this giant Kanade acrylic, and I'm like, why did I get this? Like, I have nowhere to put it. But like, it, you know, it is she is pointing, so now it's like, oh, if I want to do like shitpost pictures, I could just have a giant acrylic Kanade pointing at things. But yeah, there is like that little keychain, and it could be like a keychain and also like a standee, but it's blue in the picture, the one on the bottom right. But when you take it out, it's clear, so you can use it as like a foreground for stuff in the background. And I haven't gotten a chance to try it out. I want to do pictures in my garden with it, but I am taking today completely easy because I will definitely get to that part. But yeah, I was like, oh, Kanade merch, yeah. And, you know, you all know probably why I like Kanade. She's the wretched gremlin, the wretched yellow creature. But yeah, so I got that at Animate, and well, it was a pretty nice haul, you know? Pretty happy with it. And then... oh, wait, back up. Wait, no, they surprised me with it later when we got back after a little trip. And then afterwards we went to the book off, but only the one near the Animate store, not the other side of that huge mall. And so yeah, we stopped by there. It wasn't too much. I don't think I got anything. Yeah, we didn't get anything. We just kind of walked around it a little bit. But it was still kind of fun. You know, I've never been to a book off in the States. So that was fun. It was very much like the vibes of like random Akiba used goods store back in like the 2010s. And it's just like random shit all over the place and really cheap, you know? It was an interesting experience that like, it doesn't even seem like it really exists in Akiba anymore. So that was pretty fun. So day one, right? Oh, so after the mall, so we got back, and we were getting ready to go, and the other friend that we were with surprised me with something that I never would have thought I would have ever got. Oh my god, I am like, I'm already getting emotional about it. But, you know, they were like, oh yeah, if you want this, you can have it, right? And they pulled out, you know, a cardboard box, and they were like, open it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I open it, and it's like, and it's the Kanata lock-on hoppy. And I was like, oh, like, I was like, are you sure you don't want it? Like, you know, you found it, and you know, they also like Kanata too. But they were like, no, you know, I know how much it means to you. And I was like, oh. And it was just like, you know, if there was one thing I regret not getting, it was that. You know, and to actually have it, and apparently they found it really cheap. And it was unused. Like, I think overall they only spent like $90 on it from Japan. It was like unreal. And yeah, and so I got to wear that, and also, you know, in the kind of the hand puppet, I had the Upao light stick, and so I actually went to go to the concert all Kanata out, right? Cause first day I wore the Kanata Emotional Void shirt that they reprinted when she announced graduation. And so day one, like, the weather was kind of nasty. It was like humid and kind of gross. But like, so Tomoyo and the other friend, they wore full moko hoppies. Like, you know, for performances, their oshi is full moko. So, you know, they were all full mokoed out. And it was really funny because it's like when we were aligned, people would, you know, walk by and they'd be like, "Bao bao," and you know, there I was, my Kanata happy, my Kanata shirt with my. I also brought the puppet and, you know, the light stick, and I'm just like standing there, right? Like, you know, I already don't like going out, and just being around that many people is horrifying to me these days. So I am just like, I am full on introvert mode, just like my Kamiyoshi. Yeah, it was fucking huge. And you know what's funny is, like, so Wiki also captured more of other friend and Tomoyo than I did. Somehow, every time he passed by us in line, I was in the perfect position that I was barely visible, and I was kind of happy about that, because I'm like, you know, I don't like being seen and perceived and all that, you know, introvert shit, and I'm like, oh, I can tell it's me, but like, only because of, you know, the look on Huffy. But you can't tell it's me, you know? I think I show up 3 times on day 1. I don't know if I show up on the day 2 stream. I don't remember seeing Wiki walk around, but it was all... I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyways, but like in line, there were a couple of people, you know, when they were going to the back of the line, they're like, "Oh, Kanata!" I was like, "Oh, yeah! Oh, Kanata!" But yeah, you know, there was a couple of people, you know, who were excited. Okay, so there was one person who walked by, and they were like, "Holy shit! Like, oh, it's the lock-on happy. Oh, and you also have the light stick. You know, oh, can I take a picture of you? You know, my friend would be super happy to see someone still, you know, wearing, you know, the lock-on stuff." And they were with someone else, and I was like, oh, sure, I have my sunglasses and my mask on, so like you couldn't tell it was me, right? Like my face was fully obstructed. So I was like, oh, sure, And they were like, oh, thank you so much, my friend's gonna be super happy. And I was like, oh, yeah, no problem, And as they were walking by, the other person, the friend of the person who asked for the photo, was like, oh, why would your friend be happy about that? And the person who took the photo, and I don't know if I heard it correctly, but I could have sworn he said, oh, my friend was one of the people who designed some of the merch for the lock-on merch. And I heard that, and I was like, what? And I turned to, the other friend I was with, and I was like, did I hear that right? And they were like, that's what I heard too. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. But like, I was like, oh, like, that was super cool. Like, if it's true, it's super cool, But yeah, like usually I don't like pictures taken of me, but I was like, okay, exception, I guess, for this. Just because they were like really excited, to see someone wearing that, and I was like, okay, But yeah, I found a lot more people, online, like, oh, Kanata, yeah. And then I also saw one other person who also had the lock-on hobby. And I was like, oh. And, when I passed by, because we were going inside, because we were early access, GA, we were walking by, and I saw, and I was like, oh, hey, nice Kanata hobby. And he turns around, and you can, it's always kind of like, like streamer, or like Oshi, like viewer, right? And they were like really shy, and they turned around and they saw me and they smiled, and I put my thumbs up, and I was like, and he smiled, and I was like, oh, maybe I made the introvert's day too by also having Kanata lock-on hobby, while waiting in line. But yeah, like the concert for day one was like fucking great. Like, that was a Kyoto opening day. And the group we were in, like the little section we were in, were really cool, right? Like, Tomio and I are not very tall. Everyone around us were fairly taller, even by just a couple of inches. But they were all like super cool, and they were like, oh, can you see, like, oh, can you see, I want to make sure you can see everything. And I was like, oh yeah, thank you, yeah. And they were like super nice and everything, and like, it was so good, like day one. But there were like, the problem was, like, the group immediately in front of us were like that, but there was also kind of like other people. There were like 3-4 lines of people that just happened to be just tall enough that I couldn't see shit, right? But then after the free section ended, I don't know if someone said something to them, or they kind of recommunicated and tried to reorganize their groups, but they actually moved away. And it was really crazy how, like, I had two other people heads, but then right in between was a perfect view dead center of Kiara. And I was like, oh my god, this fucking rules. Like, I don't care if I can't see the stage. This is like dead center view of Kiara. And then, yeah, and then, so then it was the intermission, and like I was like going pretty hard, right? I was into it. And then during intermission, like my body was just like, hey, idiot, you can't do this. You need to sit down. And I sat. And I was like, oh, like the moment I sat down, right? Like my body was just like in full on panic mode. It was like, what is going on? We can't sustain this, And I was like, oh fuck, right? Like, oh fuck. But the friend, we were with, got us some water. And I was like, oh, thank god. Go away, chatbot. And I got the water and I was like, oh. Like, oh, maybe it was just water I needed, right? And so I felt a little bit better, after I sat down for the intermission. That was like 10 minutes, and then I got the water. I was like, oh, like, okay, body tired, but body is not dying. That is good enough, right? Like, it is only, probably about an hour and a half more, right? Or a little bit more. I can definitely do this, right? Like, I'm like, okay, I got this, right? I got this. I can definitely do this. Halfway towards Ina's set, my body just completely locks up. My heart rate spikes, and I'm like, oh fuck. Because like, I always, whenever I go out, I always have my Apple Watch on because I need it to make sure my heart rate doesn't go too high, and then I fucking black out, right? So my whole body is cramping at this point. My heart rate, because I have a heart rate alarm or alert to go off when it's getting to a point where it's like, you need to stop what you're doing and sit down and stop. But I was like, no, I can hold out. It's encore time, right? Like, oh, actually, no, this was happening right when encore happened. And I was just like, oh, it's only gonna be like 2 songs, like a small talking section, right? Like, I can hold on, I can hold on. Right when they were done, my watch, vibrated again and was like, hey, like, it hit my second alert, right? It was like if you don't sit down, you are blacking out and you might die, right? And I'm like, right when it was done, I'm like, guys, I need to sit. I will probably black out if I don't. And so, oh right, and also I had to put my Ita bag in the bag check-in, and so they walked to me and they're like, hey, is there like a chair? And like the Wiltern staff were really chill, and they're like, oh, let me get a chair, right? And so they got me a chair and I sat down, and like, my heart rate wasn't going down and my body was still like full on cramping, and it was like my body was in full on panic mode, and it was like, you need to do something, like, because you're going to just crash, right? Like, it's something bad's gonna happen. And then we were leaving, and like Tomio had to like fucking carry half of my weight. And like I am much lighter now, but like, you know, after a concert, that's still a lot. And so, and then the other friend we were with was like, oh, I'll go to 7-Eleven, I'll get you Gatorade, is there anything else? And I was like, oh, like something with protein, right, like that I can drink, like a protein shake or something like that. Just like find whatever has the most protein and doesn't have coconut or almonds in it. It won't kill me. And they were like, I got it. So, you know, they go to 7-Eleven and Tomio's pretty much carrying me back. And then on the way, like, right in front of Crosswalk, we run into another Heyman, you know, another Kanata fan. And you know, he was like super excited. And I was like, oh yeah, like, I really wish I could talk more. But if I don't lay down and get some Gatorade in me, I think I'm gonna die. And he was like, please go, you know. But we talked a little bit while waiting for the crosswalk. And I wish I wasn't, you know, pretty much on the verge of dying. Because I would have enjoyed talking to that person more, because they were really nice. Like, everyone I talked to was super nice. You know, I talked to personally. And I was like, oh yeah, like, I wish we could talk more, but I'm dying. Like, literally. Like, my heart rate is spiking, and I can't move half my body. And he was like, oh, no, it's okay, go. But it was really nice seeing you and nice talking to you. And I was like, yeah, like, maybe I'll see you tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, we got back to the room, and then right when we got in, other friend we were with came in with the Gatorade and the protein shake, and I chugged the protein shake and I drank and it was like the big Gatorade, right? The big Gatorade bottle, and I like chugged like 3/4 of it, and I just laid down. And then it was only until then where like my body was like it wasn't seizing anymore, and my heart rate was finally slowing down, and I'm like, oh my god, like I might have actually died at a Hololive concert. Like, I mean, I wouldn't complain, like, you know, other than the logistics of dealing with a dead body, right? Like, if I had to die, I think that'd be kind of cool. You know? It's like, oh, I get to finally do the one thing I wanted to do. Oh, okay, now I can die. Goodbye. You know? But I would have missed day 2. Oh my god, day 2 was so fucking good. So, what did we do on day 1? Was that? What did I eat? Oh, we just got McDonald's because it was fast and quick, and I was like, oh, chicken nuggets. I don't know if that was during the day or during the night. During that time, like, I remember Kiara's set very vividly, but once Ina's set on day 1 started happening, it was like my body was like slowly going into like you are dying, you need to sit, right? So like a lot of that surrounding is kind of blurry. I don't remember. Oh no, I had leftover chicken nuggets from McDonald's, because we went to McDonald's before we went to the show, and I just got a fuck ton of chicken nuggets because it's protein and just enough. Oh, and also fries, just for like the salt, right, to help retain some liquid. But like, yeah, so once we got back, I finished my chicken nuggets and my fries, and I was like, oh, sodium and protein, and some carbs to help the liquid stay in my body and hydrate me. And it took like an hour, but finally, like, my body was like, oh, okay, you're good. You're good now, like, you're not gonna die. But like, oh, that was, I can laugh about it after, I mean, I was laughing about it when it was happening anyways, but like, you know, it was fucking horrifying, right? Like, I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, that's right, I forgot, my body sucks shit now. So day 2, you know, I woke up, like, my body was like, ooh, you are very, very hungry. You must consume food to move. And so, other friend, you know, got stuff from the 7-Eleven and also got some food from a food truck. And I was like, oh, Mexican food from a food truck, one of my favorite things of LA. Yes, Kiara almost killed me. Yeah. But, and I was like, oh, burrito. And I devoured the whole thing, but it was so good. Like, they had a red sauce that was, like, really fucking good. Like, I can't... We were thinking it was, like, poblano chili sauce? Because it was, like, sweet and just slightly smoky, but it had a nice, like, low rising heat to it. That wasn't too much, but it just... It was spicy, but it just like went really well with the flavors, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And the burrito itself was like really good too. Oh man, that was so good. Oh, I wanted to take a picture of it, but I was so hungry I devoured it because I wanted to show my mom, because my mom always enjoys pictures of, you know, food I eat whenever I go out. But I was like, oh, sorry mom, I really had to eat it because like my body was like really like crying. And she was like, it's okay, like, was it good? I'm like, it was really good. But day 2, we took it very, very easy, you know. You know, everyone was a little sore, but they were kind of more worried about me not dying. And so it was pretty, you know, we just relaxed. And we didn't go anywhere else, if I remember correctly. That was kind of a blur before we went to day 2. I think we did just sit around and just rested. Yeah, we did, because I don't have any pictures of anything in between. Okay, so day 2, I was like, okay, we know what to expect, and I know what to expect. And so, like, we started the show with water, intermission, 2 waters, and like I was tired, like my body was very much like, you're doing this to me again, but it wasn't to the point of like my heart rate spiking and my body full on cramping. I was just sore, right? And we got to do, you know, a couple, we got to hang out a bit around the area. You know, the group we were with during the concert this time was actually from where I'm from, or not from where I'm from, but the area, right? And so they were really nice, but it was like a big group, and like some of them, it was their first show, and they didn't really get it, right? They seemed like new fans, and they just kind of didn't get like etiquette. That is kind of like, you know, like an unspoken rule, especially in the Hall Live shows, because like I do notice that like a lot of people like that have been Holiday fans for a really long time, you know, they'll be like, oh, can you see, you know, and stuff like that. But like the beginning of day 2, there was like this really tall person, and like the person behind me, you know, he was taller than me, but like most people are, right? But he was like, hey dude, you're like really tall, can you like move so we can see, because we can't see. And he kind of just ignored us. Like, he was kind of a dick about it. And like the group of people we were talking to before the show started, I think he was a part of their group, and you know, when there was a break in between, they were like, hey dude, you're like really tall, like, and really wide. Like, he wasn't fat, he was just like wide and tall, so he was just like big, right? And so they got him to move, and I was like, oh yes, I can see. So unfortunately, I missed a lot of Ina's set, because Ina started the set on day 2, and she started with Taco Takeover, and I was like, okay, no one's paying attention during Taco Takeover, right? Like, we're fucking going nuts. You know? So like, I didn't mind, but like, man, right after Taco Takeover, she did Dead Man's Chest and then Stellar, and I was like, oh, at least we're all going fucking ham, so it's like, probably not seeing anything anyways, because we're going fucking nuts. But it was like, I would have liked to have been able to like see the stage. At least there was the monitors high up, so I'd occasionally look up. But then, you know, the group, that group had people, you know, reorganize, like, and figure out how to put like the taller people and stuff like that in a group. And so like Kiara said, I had like really good view again. It really sucked because I really like, you know, I really like Ina, but it was just like, man, every time, like with the Ina thing, it was either I was dying or someone was in my way, and so I could never see like, you know, the stage for Ina's performances, and that really sucked. But so like, yeah, so intermission, they shuffled people around, and then Kiara said, oh, and in between, I was like, oh, right when intermission hit, I'm sitting. I am sitting, I'm drinking the rest of my water, I am closing my eyes, I'm gonna focus on my breathing to help lower my heart rate, and do all that. And I was like, okay. And then, you know, Kiara said, oh my god, Kiara set day 2 was like, I can't even remember, because I was just so into it, because I was like, okay, I know how to ration my energy now, right? And I think what really helped was Blue and Gold being in the middle of the set. And I was like, oh, okay, easy song, slow song, okay. And then like, you know, started getting to like, okay, body's complaining, I need to chill out, okay. And there was a couple of songs I had to just be like really low energy, and I was like, okay, if it's like this for the remainder, I'm good. And then she's like, oh, it's the last song for my set, and I was like, oh. And then I realized, I was like, oh man, like, she didn't do You, and that's like my favorite Kiara song. And then the fucking first seconds of the song, I'm like, oh fuck, like, okay, I'm fucking making my body hate me and blowing out my voice. I just went all in, right? Because I was like, okay, it's final song. Oh, final song is Do You? Okay, I have the energy. You know, if I am in pain again, it's okay. You just do the same thing like yesterday. and I'll be fine because I rationed my energy this time instead of just going all out from the start and then being like, ooh, and, you know. I was like, oh, okay, body is feeling pretty good. And then I was like, during encore, I was like, okay, I have to sit. I have to sit during encore. I have to be quiet. I have to close my eyes because encore is, you know, it's a couple minutes while they prepare. I'm like, okay, yeah, just sit down for like 2 minutes. Okay, drink the rest of my water, and I can definitely survive. And I was like, okay, get up, and then they start back up, and oh god, what was the first encore song? I don't remember what the first encore song was, but I was like, okay, you know, I'll get into it, but not go over or exert myself. And then the second encore song fucking hits, and it's fucking Getcha, and I was like, oh god damn it, I'm sorry, body, but I must do this. I must go ham one more time. And then I was like, oh, my voice is definitely gonna be fucking, like, weak after this. But it was so worth it. And they finished the encore, and, like, the Zatsu segments. And then, so day one, they tried to do, like, the raw voice of them, you know, saying stuff. And, like, we couldn't hear, right? But day two, they did it. And it was, like, really clear. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I was like, I never expected that would actually be pretty cool, like to hear the raw, you know, the raw voices and them being in the, you know, area. I was like, oh, that's really cool, you know. But yeah, and then so like we sat down outside for a little bit and we took some pictures, and I was like, oh, like afterwards when we got out, I was like, okay, I'm just sore. Heart rate is good. It's a little high, but I haven't gotten an alert yet. Get myself another water. Okay, no cramping. This is good. This is good, right? And so I did take a couple of pictures. I took this at the start because I brought my Kanata puppet. And I was like, oh yeah, take a picture with, you know, with the Kanata puppet and the sign. And so, like, that was really fun. Ah! There we go. Sorry, Kanade, I'm gonna have to hide you a bit. And then, what else did I take? Oh yeah, this one outside. After the show. With the Upao light and the Kanado Washi, the puppet hugging the light. I really like this picture I took. Well, actually I didn't take it because I couldn't take it because of the angle. I had to have other friend help me take the picture. But I was like, oh yeah, this came out really nice. I am just gonna surround myself with pictures now. Wait, there's one more picture. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it didn't upload. ちょっと待って。This one's a really cute picture I took. Where is it? There we go. And I took this picture too. But yeah, oh man, it was so much fun. It was so good. And then also, so after, you know, we were watching the free sections, and I was like, oh, you know, I wonder if I can see myself. There, you can actually see me in day 2. I'm obviously not going to show that. You can see me in day 2 free section. I will not post that picture, but I will show this picture. And I was like, oh. You know, I was trying to find myself, because, like, I did notice that I saw my pen light, you know, when I looked up on the side screens, because that's the feed that will be on, like, DVD and, like, the streams and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, wait, I did find the timestamp where I did see myself. And it's that white light. Where do I put you? Where do I put you? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, we're just going right here then, I guess. Wait, where is it? Wait. Fire. I had to take another screen. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And it is, yeah, right there. That's my Upal light stick. Right there. I was like, oh, there's proof of me there that isn't explicitly showing me. I was like super happy about that. But oh man, yeah, I was super glad that like I could see some kind of proof of me being there. And it's really funny because when you look at the full picture of it, it's like everyone's light sticks are really high up, and then you just see me with Upal, and that's me holding my arms up, so you can tell how fucking short I am compared to everyone else that was there. That is actually me holding all the way high up too. This tiny little creature in this sea of tall people. Oh yeah, and then at the end of day 1, so actually on the end of both days, they had like a what do they call it? Like, they had like the pop thing and it spews out streamers and stuff like that. I had 1 Kiara and 2 Ina streamers land on my head, so I could give Meru an Ina streamer, because Ina is Meru's Oshi. And so I was like, oh, this is perfect, I don't have to bend down. Because like I was dying, like all I could do was stand still, like I can't bend over, if I bend over I'm gonna fall over. But like they landed perfectly on my head and I was like, oh, this is good. I don't have to chase after anything. And then day 2? Was it day 2? Yeah, day 2. two different people were handing out stickers that they made. And they're like really cute. And of course I had to get the Kiara sticker. Ah, there we go. Yeah. And it's like, oh man, my laptop is like getting pretty full of stickers. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, but I'll figure out something. And then day after, we went to Korean barbecue, and it was exactly what we needed. Oh my god, the amount of food that we ate. Well, okay, the amount of food I ate was fucking horrifying. Like, I haven't eaten that much since like I was doing jujitsu. Like, I am pretty sure I ate legit 3 pounds of meat, and I went away with that, like, feeling content. Like, oh, I can't eat anymore, but like, I'm not feeling sick, right? Like, I feel fine. Like, I am perfectly full after eating 3 pounds of meat. But it was like really good. What else? Oh, and then we went to Little Tokyo, and then we went to the book off there. And I was like, oh, there's not, there's no Kanata stuff, except I did notice one thing. They actually did have one Kanata thing, and it's really cute. It's like an acrylic block of Kanata and Shuba. I was like, oh, I wonder how much it is. Like, it's gotta be really expensive. And it was like $25, and I was like, oh, sure, I'll get it. But yeah, and then like later on when we got back to the hotel, I checked on like prices like on eBay and like Mercari, and like people are asking anywhere from like $90 to $120 for that, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I scored. I got lucky. And then, oh, I don't have a picture of it because I fucking left it in the car, and so like Tomoyo has it. But we went to a store in Little Tokyo. Like, the downstairs is kind of just like home decoration stuff, but the second floor is like, there's like a bunch of like cassettes of like Japanese music, and then there's like cabinets on the floor that are just full of like anime laserdisc. And I was like, oh wow, this is really sick, and they're like really cheap. And so I was looking through, and I was like, oh shit. And I wish I had a picture of it, but I got a Dirty Pair Flash laserdisc, and I was like, oh, like Dirty Pair Flash was like one of the first anime I watched because of the person who would broadcast Doctor Who and Red Dwarf on KTH, and afterwards he would just stream Yellow Sub anime off of VHS. And like, when I started watching that, I was like, oh, Dirty Pair Flash was like one of the first ones that I watched. But yeah, I was like, oh, and it was like really cool cover, really good condition, and all that. Oh, what's up, Dragon? I'm just talking about my trip to LA and the Kiara Ina concert. But yeah, like, yeah, it's yeah, like in really good condition. I got it for like $17. So yeah, that was cool. And then we also went to oh god, what was the store called? Oh yeah, we went to Pop Killer. because they have a friend who has shirt designs there, so they got a couple of shirts there, and I picked up this. I really like this shirt. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But yeah, really cool shirt. And so I picked this up. And I got it in large too, because I was like, oh, it's very fuck, what's kind of like, it's that style, right? Like, you know, I can't remember right now. My brain is completely fried. I forgot the name for it. It's not Tenshi Kawaii, but it's like a fashion similar to that, where they have like the, yeah, Jirai-kei, yeah, very Jirai-kei. And I was like, oh, I'll get it in large so I can kind of do, you know, Jirai-kei kind of style. And then also at that book off that I got the Honeyworks panel. I have no idea where this is from, but it was like $7, and it was really cute. And I was like, oh, I could use a small little tote bag. But yeah, I don't know where it's from, but it was like, oh, it's cute. And the English kind of made me laugh on the bag, and I was like, oh, $7, sure. But yeah, if anyone knows what it is, let me know. Make sure I'm not like walking around with like eroge bag or something. But it's cute. I was like, oh, $7. I can use it, you know, whenever I rarely ever go out. I'm running out of space. Wait, let me move. Embrace eroge bag. I don't know about that. What's up, Dexia? How you doing? But yeah, like, yeah, so like that's everything I got, and then on the way back, you know, we went to fuck. It was Japanese bakery in Little Tokyo. We went back to Little Tokyo to go to that bakery. Oh, that's when I got the Laserdisc also. That was the second trip we went to Little Tokyo. I got the Laserdisc. And then we went to Porto's after. And I got a Cubano. And I got a bunch of stuff that my mom wanted. Because my mom was like, oh, you're going to LA, you can go to Porto's. And so when I was there getting my mom stuff she wanted, I was like, oh, they have Cubanos. I haven't had a Cubano in forever. That's like the one thing I want. Like, well, I'm in LA too. Yeah, there was. And like, okay, yeah, so I got the Kanata Shuba acrylic Honeyworks collab thingy at Book Off in LA for $25. But yeah, I don't have anywhere to put the Cubano. I guess I'm deleting the Cubano, but yeah. Oh my god, that Cubano was really good. Bro, yeah, I've been gone even before this. Like, I've just been really tired. And so I was just like, I need to reserve the energy for my trip to LA. Wait. Oh, there it is. I was like, wait, where'd the picture go? Yeah. But yeah, it was, oh my god, it was so much fun, cause like, you know, I've mentioned it before multiple times on stream, where I was like, oh, if there is someone in Hololive EN that I would love to see live, it would be Kiara, right? Like I've probably been saying this for like 2 years at this point, 3 years, and being able to have that, and you know, like my health is not very good, and there was a part of me that was kind of afraid that it was like, oh, if Kiara does a concert, it might be like in New York, and it's like, as much as I could do a New York show, because you know my grandparents live there and I can stay at my grandparents' place, I can't make the flight. You know, like my heart cannot take the pressurization. So it would be out of the question. And like, you know, when it was announced, I was like, oh fuck. But like, I can't fly and there's no way I can drive down there. But then like Tomio and other friend we went with, they're like, oh, you know, did you want to go? And I was like, I'm kind of broke right now because shit came up. You know, because I think it was announced when I was doing the fucking like donathon. It's like my medical thing happened, and I didn't know if I was getting rehired or my contract was getting extended. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to go, but like I can't fly, and I'm kind of broke right now. Like, yeah. Like, okay, well, you still have a day until tickets go on sale. And I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, I'd love to go, like, you know, but I really can't afford it. But, you know, Tomio covered it, and, you know, ever since it's been like this, you know, Tomio and I can't go to a lot of places together like we used to, and go to events, and expend all that energy anymore. So it was really nice to be able to do that with them again after so long. And you know, I was like, oh my god. I get to see Kiara live, and you know, that is definitely the one Halloween member I really wanted to see live. And like, oh my god, Ino was so good too. Like, I just wish, like, you know, day one I wasn't dying, and day two, like, even though I couldn't see, like I said, like, I probably wouldn't be looking that much anyways, because the fucking first 3 songs that she did, I fucking went nuts. It was so good. But yeah. Oh man, like, you know, it honestly feels like that whole trip almost feels like a dream that I will, but also at the same time it's like something that is like I will always remember. Like it is a core memory in my head now, but it still feels not real, and it's there's like an ephemeral feeling of it, like too good to be true kind of thing, that it actually happened. And like, you know, I don't think I could ever do another concert again, and if this was the only concert for Hololive I could go to, I am fine with that. I am 100% fine with that. And I'm super happy if it does turn out to be my first and only Hololive concert I could go to. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better one. You know, like, of course, I would have loved to have gone to Kanato's lock-on concert, but, you know, me and flying, it's not a possibility. And it was just like, you know, it really does suck. Because I technically had the money to go there and see it. But that would have just been me dead. Like, actually dead. That would have been good. But yeah, like, I really could not have asked. For my first Hololive show. And most likely my last. I'm so glad. And there is proof of me being there. There's my upao on the bottom. And I don't remember if I'm anywhere other than the screenshot that Kiara posted. Like, you can actually see me pretty clearly in the screenshot that Kiara posted on Twitter. I won't point myself out. But when I looked at it, I saw myself in like 5 seconds. But I won't reveal that. That's between me and me only. Wait, you did see me? Oh, wait, in the picture that Kiara posted? Did you actually find me in that picture? Is it that easy? Hold on. Wait, in the screenshot. Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. Takanashi. Wait, in the screenshot I posted on my screen? Or the Kiara post of the crowd? Oh, the Kiara one? Let's see. Oh, there's another one. Hold on. Can I see myself? No, this is the pit. Yeah, that's the pit. Okay. Wait, is it the pit? Oh, that's partially the pit. I think. Wait, hold on. No, that's the pit. Okay. Not this picture. Okay, I'm not in that picture. Wait, is it one of those pictures? Hold on, where is it? Now I have to be like, do I see myself in this? I forgot which one it was. Which picture was it? No, it wasn't. No, it was during Blue and Gold. Wait, where am I? Oh, I see myself. Yeah. That's a really cool guy behind me. Yeah, there I am. Wait, is that? Wait, no, that's not me. Wait. That's the pit, that's that. There I am. Oh, okay, there I am. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I found myself again. I'm pretty sure I probably show up more in day 2, not free section. I did check the free section. I don't show up during free section, I think. But I don't have streaming tickets, so I'll have to wait. Wait and be able to inspect. If they release it on Blu-ray, I am definitely getting the Blu-ray. But yeah. Oh. I still can't believe it happened. I still can't believe. Oh, yeah, there was a part, day 1, where we were parallel with Buff Tokodachi. Like, when our line was moving, we saw Buff Tokodachi in line, and I was like, oh, it's Buff Tokodachi! So that was really cool. Every appearance I was in on Wiki's stream, you could barely see me, like I said earlier. Like, it is actual cryptid sighting of Ms. IRL. And it's just the way I'd want it. Also, I wouldn't want myself to be shown because my hair... Okay, I actually got my hair looking really nice before, and then once we got outside, because it was so humid, my hair just like turned into like frizz mess, and I was like, oh man, like my hair was looking really cute too before we went out. Oh yeah, I wanted to check out the V-Fest stuff, but I got really I was like, what happened? Oh, I think I got like kind of sick because of the heat. I got like heat sick. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh yeah, and then Tomoyo also surprised me with these. So now I think I have all of the Kanata cards from TCG with a mix of Japanese and English. Like, some of them are English and some of them are Japanese, but I think I have all the cards now. That, except for the new one that just came out with the new set that is apparently English exclusive. So it's like, that's the only card I'm missing. And I remember when that was announced, all of the fucking JP Heyman were like, oh, how do I get English packs? Like, is there any American Heyman, you know, any Kaigai Nikki willing to help? and so it was really fun, you know, watching like the JV Heyman and Ian Heyman trying to help each other out. And they're like, "Oh yeah, like I can order you a box, you know, if you want, or I bought 3 boxes. If I get spares, you know, I'll send it to you." And they're like, "Oh really?" and stuff like that. So that was really cute. But like, yeah. And so I have all the Kanata cards on TCG now. I'm really happy about that. I don't know where. Oh, I'm running out of space. Okay, we're just gonna have to put that there. My face is gonna be partially covered. But yeah. Totally didn't cry watching Kizuna Ice sing Ohio, good morning. Yeah. The other friend we were with has been a really long time fan of Kizuna. You know, for me, because I got into VTubers pretty late, and by the time I got into VTubers, Kizuna, I was already on like that kind of long-term hiatus, and like I'm aware of Kizuna I's, you know, importance, but I have not interacted with any of her content. But I do know, you know, I'm very much aware of how important she is to VTubing and everything. Like, you know, I did learn a lot about Kizuna Eyes because she was popping up on my Twitter feed when she first came around. But that was also, you know, during the time where I was like pretty offline. And I also just didn't get it, right? Ah, なるほど. I see, I see. Yeah, like... I've already talked about it before, kind of vaguely. But, you know what? I will officially announce this, but partially the reason why I haven't been streaming is because... And this stays in the stream. If you know about this from this stream, oh wait, no, I'm gonna upload the VOD. Never mind, fuck that. It's gonna stay a secret. This VOD is definitely going on my YouTube, just so I can have it archived. I was gonna make a surprise announcement, and I was like, wait a second, I'm putting it on my archive. Not like, you know, random people would probably watch it, but still. Yeah. No, you're just gonna have to wait. But yeah, like, you know, I was really happy. You know, not only, you know, because of being able to go there and stuff like that, but like, you know, Kanata meant a lot to Kiara and Ina. And I was like, oh, like, it's really nice that, like, you know, I can be Kanata out and also bring my Upal light stick that Tomoyo got me and be able to use it, you know, at a concert, especially for, you know, Kiara and Ina, especially because of how important Kanata was to them. So, yeah, that was it. It meant a lot to me to do that. I'm really happy I got to do that. That's right, and their value CCS announcing gatekeeping. Yep. I dragged the GGPO window and I said, no, fuck that. That's not happening. dropping my own combo by dragging the GGPO window. But yeah, like the gacha packs. So like there was only 2 of like the air pouch keychains, and I was like, oh, you know, I hope I get Kanata. But I'm like, oh, I'm really happy that I got Toa and Shion. You know, like I really like Toa's songs. Like I don't watch much Toa streams. Like I'll watch her streams when she's talking about like music and like Zatsu. But I don't really care for FPS games anymore. You know, I'm a fucking boomer FPS player. And I didn't get to watch much Shion, but like there's kind of like that, like very similar it's kind of more of like a kinship thing with Shion, right? Like very kind of similar things in life and stuff like that, and how we process things. And like that's I appreciated Shion because of that. And also I really liked her music too. Like Chandelier is like one of my fucking favorite Hololive songs. That song is so fucking good. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's cute. Like I'm really happy about that. Like the can badges, like I don't watch Choco at all. I'm not too familiar with her content. And Shuba I only know from her being around in collabs. Like she's really fun to watch in collabs. I just haven't watched any of her solo stuff. But Shuba also is, I think Shuba is way too Genki for me. She is way too Genki. The energy is too much for me. But she is a lot of fun, and I do love watching her whenever she pops up in collabs. And then I got the Toa sticker because it was really cute, and I have a space that I can put on my laptop. But now I'm conflicted because I also have the Kiara sticker, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to put the Kiara sticker on, but it's like, fuck, I don't have space on my laptop for everything anymore. Like, it's getting kind of full. But I will figure it out. And then Meru is going to Japan soon, and it's like, and she was like, oh, did you want anything? And I was like, yeah, but it's gonna be hard, Kanata merch. And she's like, yeah, I had a feeling, but it's probably gonna be really hard, but is there anyone else that you want if I can't find Kanata merch that you don't have already? And I'm like, oh, I guess Kanade, so I can make a Kanade Ita bag. But like, Takane Lui, I really love Takane Lui. I really love her music, I really love her streams, I really love her vibe, I really like her first model. Oh my god, she's like so fucking hot. But like, it is very much like with how I feel about Takane Lui is kind of more very like I appreciate those things, but I don't know if I would make a Takane Lui bag because like I don't know, it's hard to describe my feelings towards her because like I really do love her stuff and I really love watching her streams, Like, I think ever since Kanata has graduated, I think my top 2 holomems I've watched are Louis and Kanade. But like, I actually have no idea what like the perception of like Louis fans are, right? Like, you know, Kanata fans, like Heyman, are very, you know, especially after interacting with some in person and online spaces, you know, they're introverted and they're quiet and, you know, they're really kind and everything like that, you know? It's very, very Kanata-like, right? But like Louis is... It's hard to kind of gauge, like, who are Louis fans? Like the demographic, right? Like, because Louis is very kind of in a special position, right? Like, she's one of the very few who come from very traditional Japanese working background and drops all of that to become a VTuber. And a lot of her songs are, you know, it's really hard to explain if you don't know Japanese working culture, but if you do, you'll understand. But like a lot of like Louis' songs are very much about learning about yourself, people's perception about you, but you know who you are really deep down inside. It's a lot of, you know, very much like that, you know. It's half Coomers and half mature adult types. I would not be surprised. I mean, Louis' face design is probably one of the most Edel designs, despite being very clothed. But like, it is very Edel coded and very attractive. But yeah, like, I really do love Louis. It's just, I think if I had a Louis Ita bag, I think people get very wrong idea about me, like, oh, this person is very well adjusted and all that stuff. But in reality, no, I'm very much like Louis, where it's like, you know, people's perception of me, I don't, like, especially back in the early days, and a lot of my things I've done in my previous life that I won't talk about, but if you know, you know, a lot of people kind of had the misconception that was, oh, quiet and mysterious and very cool. And it's like, but if you really know me, or even like partially know me, it's like, no, I'm like very quiet, but also very gremlin, like shitlord idiot. But I also can't organize my feelings because I am masking all the time. You know, that kind of thing. And like it really, like Kanata is so... there's a reason why Kanata is my Kamiyoshi and will forever be my Kamiyoshi. Because, like, when you see Heyman, especially very heavily decked out Heyman, very high chance that they're very introverted and very quiet, but very friendly and all that stuff. But also, you know, have a sense of humor, kind of gremlin-y, you know, stuff like that. You know, once you get comfortable with them, kind of thing, right? I think Kanade, though. I think if I have a Kanade Ita bag, I think I'm red flagging myself too much. Like, realistically, everyone here knows I am realistically very Kanade-like. But I also don't want to broadcast that I'm a fucking cryptid creature, fucking abomination, you know? Like, that's not something I want to broadcast because I am also very, you know, I am very introverted and all that stuff. So, like, Kanata Itavak is very appropriate. Kanade is like, I'd make it to make it, but I would never bring it out. I would never broadcast that kind of thing. Even if, deep down inside, Kanade realistically is very close second contender to Kameyoshi. But that's also only one fragment of me, right? Like, that's only a part of me. Kanata is kind of whole package. You still managed to find Pomo stuff 2 years later if you dig it. Yeah, the thing is though is that like, Heyman are fucking losing it. Like, they are fucking completely losing it on Twitter. And like, there's pictures of stores of like, whole Kanata section fucking gutted. Like, there is not much left of easily purchasable Kanata stuff in Japanese stores. And it's only going to get worse because Kanata has been the only one who hasn't had an online presence afterwards. So it's only going to get worse. The thing is they still produce Chloe stuff. Like, they don't make new stuff, but they still produce Chloe's stuff because affiliate. The same with Ame. Like, a lot of, like, the Friends With You, or the Furyu stuff, like, they are still being produced. Because of affiliate. But graduates, they don't make new stuff. What's up, Gun Tanks? You have missed my story pretty much, and now we're just talking. But you can see, I'm surrounded by pictures. But yeah, yeah, like they still produce Chloe and Ame. Like Friends With You, Furyu, and stuff like that. So that's why they're not that hard to find. It's just you won't find new stuff. Yeah, oh my god, you know, I guess the easiest way to explain it, you know, to recap it is, it feels like a dream that didn't happen, but I remember it vividly, and it's definitely a core memory. And, like, you know, this is my first Hololive show, and, you know, I almost died on day one. Like, legit, almost died. And And so, like, you know, I don't know if I could do this again, but if this is my first and last Hololive show, I'm very happy it was this one. Yeah. That's mostly like, you know, in Japan it's mostly Comiket that you can do that stuff. Maybe Booth. You know, I really hope Oshio continues to do Kanata stuff. I have a feeling Oshio still will. You know, Oshio really... She really loves Kanata. Yeah, it's... oh my god. Okay, I'll say this again. You know, I'll recap a couple of cool things. Like day one, so like I was dead center and we were early GA, and like during the free section there was just kind of a lot of tall people in front of me. But then after the free section, like they shuffled around. I think people were just like, you know, once we got in, everyone's too excited and all that stuff. But like, you know, after the free section, there was a small little break, and people were like, oh, wait, you know, oh, right, let me make sure that people can see behind me and stuff like that, right? And so people were rearranged, and like, after the free section, I legit had dead center, straight view of Kiara, and I was like, oh my god. This is all I could hope for. It was such a great view. And everyone I was around, like, you know, like very close proximity, were all really cool and all really nice. And they were like, oh, can you see? And stuff like that. Because day two, I forgot about this interaction, but day two, so there was a big Tokotachi group we were next to, and so some of them, though, it seemed like they were new fans, and you know, they've never gone to a show before, and there was like a really tall guy who was like really tall and really wide, right? Like he wasn't like fat or anything, he was just big, right? Like he was a big guy. But he was like right in front of like me and like other people who were taller than me, but not that fucking tall. And so this guy behind me was like, hey dude, you're like really tall. Can you just like scoot a little bit or like move to the corner, you know, and stuff like that. But like he ignored us, and I really hate to say it, but he was kind of a dick, right? But like after a bit, like the group that he was with was like, hey dude, like you're really tall, like you're blocking everyone's view, shuffle over to the corner so people can see, right? And so like after that, it was like, oh, I could see. And then I remember I turned to the guy behind me, because we were talking once in a while in between stuff, and I was like, oh, hey, you know, I just want to make sure like you can see like if I put my arms up and stuff like that, because you know, this is my first show and I don't really know like how to position myself. And he's like, no, you're cool, you know. I was like, I also said like, oh, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm fine, but I just want to make sure, because like, you know, I'm really short. And he's like, yeah. I was like, nah, no problems. I can, you know, I'm a head taller than you, so it is actually perfect view of the stage. You know, your head doesn't get in the way and your arms don't get in the way because you're tiny. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, like if you see the picture on the bottom from the free section that I screenshotted, like that white little orb, and then next to that is like a blown up picture. That's my Upao light stick, and that's me holding it up straight up, and you can still see how short I am, but yeah. That's me stretching my arms out straight, and it's still barely just peeking out. But yeah, like everyone I talked to was really nice. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like, you know, day one, like near the end, like my heart rate alarm on my watch was like buzzing like crazy. It was like, yo, you know, like pretty much like, yo, you know, I set thresholds to give me alerts to vibrate. My heart rate gets too high, and like it was like it hit like the final one, and like my body was like seizing, like it was like stiff, and like I was cramping, and I could barely move, and like Tomoyo had to help me back. But like on the way on the street, you know, where we were walking and waiting for a crosswalk, you know, a guy came over to me and was like, "Oh, Kanata, oh yeah," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, and we were talking a bit, and like I was like, "Oh, I wish I could talk more, but like I am actually like about to die if I don't lay down and get some water." He's like, "Oh no, yeah, hopefully we'll see each other day 2." And I'm like, "Yeah, hopefully." Like I really want to talk more, but like, you know, I'm actually dying. But yeah, I never got to see him again, but that sucks, because it was really fun, because I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, we went to animate, and I got the Kanata hand puppet, and it was like the only one," and I told him the story because we were waiting for the light, and he's like, "Oh, nice, like yeah, my friend picked up the Kanata lying down figure from Kino, and I'm gonna go meet up with him, since he's not at the show. You know, he's doing me a favor." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get it right now." And I'm like, "Oh, nice." But yeah. Oh yeah, and then I'll tell you this story. I'll repeat this story. But like, day 1 when I was in line, so a guy was walking to the back and he was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Oh." Because I had the lock-on hoppy that another friend we were with that wasn't Tomoyo surprised me with it right before we went out to day 1 show, and they were like, "Oh, do you want this?" And he, you know, he just passes me like a tiny cardboard thin box, and I was like, "Oh, what is it?" Right? And I opened, and I was like, "Oh, lock on hoppy. Like, are you sure? Like, I really want it, but like I feel bad because like my other friend is also, you know, he also really likes Kanata, but he's like, "No, I know how much it means for you and how much you want it." And I'm like, "Oh," and like I cried. But so like so in line I had the Kanata lock-on happy, and also I had my Opal light stick out. And so someone was walking by and I was like, "Oh, you know, nice, you're wearing the lock-on stuff. Can I take a picture for my friend?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, right?" Like, you know, I don't like pictures taken of me, but he was like really excited, and I was getting the feeling like, you know, everyone's really kind and all that stuff. And I was also wearing sunglasses, and I also had my face mask on. And I was like, "Man, my hair is a fucking mess though. Like, I did it all nice before we went out. It was super cute." And then, like, we step outside, it's so fucking humid, my hair just turns into a frizzy mess. I'm like, fuck, right? But so, and the person who took the picture was also with someone else. And, he was like, "Oh, thanks, my friend's really gonna be happy about this." And they were walking away to go to line. And the person who took the picture, his friend, was like, "Oh, you know, oh, what friend is this? You know, why would they be happy to see it?" And I could have sworn I could have misheard, but the guy who took the picture was saying, "Oh, my friend that I sent the picture to designed some of the lock-on merch. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what? Like, for real? And then I turned to my other friend who was listening, and I was like, did I hear that right? And they were like, that's what I heard. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I'm glad I said yes, but also at the same time, I'm really sad that my hair was really shit and it wasn't nice looking. Yeah. Which is appropriate because my friend I was with in Tomio, they were wearing full Moko Hoppy. And so they'd always get people be like, oh, Bobo! And they'd be like, Bobo. And then me, you know, just like my Kamiyoshi, being like, oh, people. Oh, too many people. But yeah, I ran into a handful of hitmen there, and that was really nice. It was, you know, when we were going in on day one, I saw someone and they also had lock-on Hoppy, and I was like, oh, you know, as loud as I could, which is like most people's talking voice. I was like, oh, nice Kanato Hoppy. And he turned around and he looked, you know, he was really shy and like kind of like startled. But he turns around and he's like, he looks and he realizes who said that, and he smiled and I gave a thumbs up. And it was like a really cute interaction. But yeah, that was most of my interaction with other Heymen, because we're all quiet introverts. Yeah. I still have no idea what I'm doing with that giant ass fucking Kanade acrylic. Ugh, like, it's so fucking huge. Like, what the fuck? It's like 2 times the size of other acrylics. Like, seriously, what am I gonna do with it? Let me put it in the front. Like, look how fucking big that Kanade is. But yeah, like I got that at Anime, and like there was only one of the can badge with the little holder, and I was like, whoa, I'm surprised. And it's really cute. And it was like $10 I think, or something like that. But yeah, it's from their first anniversary regloss. And then the one I really wanted was the one on the bottom right. It's like it's an acrylic thing, but like it takes advantage of it being, clear. So like, it's like those acrylics where you can put it up to like stuff that you want to take a picture of, and it kind of looks like a picture. And so like that was the one I really wanted to get. I was only gonna get that, and then I saw the Ken badge and the holder from the first anniversary. I was like, oh, like cool. And then Tomio was like, oh, giant Kanade, you should get it. And I'm like, oh, sure. And then I was like, I didn't think anything about it. And I was like, oh, wait a second. I don't have any room on my desk anymore. Like, and it's also fucking huge. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So now I just have this giant Kanade acrylic. Yeah, just missing the angry red blobs. Yeah. 明日は月曜日です。 But yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's like, you know, man, like, I don't know if, like, I would make a Kanade Itavag, but I would not take it out to public, because that's like, I am trying not to be like self-reporting on what I truly am once you get to know me, or if you watch my streams and I'm just like a fucking gremlin, even if I am introverted in it, but you know. But yeah, I'm just surrounded by merch. But yeah, you know what, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's everything. Yeah. It was so crazy. But if you want to listen to it, Guntanks, I'll have it on my YouTube. And I'll also make the VOD private, public private. Make it public on Twitch, so if you want to listen to the rest of everything that happened, you can. But yeah, I think I am done. I still need to rest. I am very, very tired and very, very exhausted still. And my body is like, oh, you need to rest more. But I wanted to tell these stories while they're still fresh. And I needed time to digest the food that I ate. But I think I am probably gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably go back, lay down. Or maybe get a snack. Just something small. Maybe like a... what do I have? Well, I have some jerky I could probably have. And probably lay back down. Yeah. Alright. Well, thanks for coming by, everyone. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be streaming is. Hopefully soon. I think, tentatively, as of now, I am still technically on hiatus. I just came back for this. Oh, wait. Oh, right before I left, my Trigger album came in. Fucking Animate got it out of back order, and I did post it on Blue Sky and Twitter, and the alternate cover was the one that I wanted. And I was like, oh, I was like really happy. And it was like fate. So, yeah, that came in. So now I have both of her albums. I was kind of getting worried that it wouldn't get fulfilled, but Animate came through. And also, the alternate sleeve jacket was the one I wanted. Yeah. Actually, do I have a picture of it? Let me see if I have a picture of it. That's the last picture I put up. Yeah. I do. Okay. Last thing. It's not a very good picture, but I don't care, I'm too tired. But yeah, it was this album jacket. It's the one I really wanted. I don't know. Just fucking cover my face. Who fucking cares? It's Kanata. Kanata's more important than I am. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm really happy that was what I wanted. And that came in like right before I head out to LA, and I was like, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for listening to my story. Yeah, I'm really sad about that we're not getting updates anymore. But it's also understandable, you know. But you know, it's hard. And I don't want to get into it because I might cry. But, you know, I know it's for the best. You know, I am not that so far gone, but it is still very sad that we will be getting less and less updates from her through other members. But, you know, there is still our unofficial watch along on August 13. That everyone will, you know, I wonder, well, maybe I'll stream it. Like, obviously I can't stream, you know, the concert, but I can always stream my reaction to it. Maybe I'll do that. It's gonna be late, but maybe I do that. I actually have, okay, I will reveal this. There is one thing I am working on. I am working on a Vetsu Sekai cover, and I want to post it on 8/13, which was the day lock-on happened. And so I wanted to do a Vetsu Sekai cover for that. And I have been working on getting acoustic foam and stuff like that so I can do a proper cover. And I have friends who can help me kind of mix and master it. And thankfully, you know, Kanata uploaded Vetsu Sekai instrumentals, multiple versions too. And so she actually uploaded, if I remember correctly, it's the version that she made. Like, it was her raw version of it before, you know, she got someone else to clean it up and everything like that. So I want to use that one for the cover. I think that would be most appropriate. But yeah, that's a surprise. But yeah, that's not gonna happen until August 13. But yeah, there's still that, and then there's still the last Kanata merch that's coming in. And I'm really happy I got it, the autographed graduation merch. I'm really happy I got that. But yeah, okay. Oh. Bye-bye, everyone. I don't know the next time I stream. If I do go over to Tomio's place, I will probably do like a one-off, like Pokopia stream. Tomio said it would be appropriate, and I don't know why, and I've kept myself in the dark about Pokopia on purpose, so I can go in blind. But yeah. So that will be something whenever that happens. That's probably the next time I'm gonna stream. I will probably not be streaming for a while, because I'm really tired and I really need to recover, and I also still have work, so whatever energy I have left, I need to dedicate to work until either I get full-time or contract is terminated because of shit, but yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I don't have an outro, but here, let me show myself. Let me clear everything. God, my OBS is gonna be a fucking mess. I don't want to fucking deal with it. There's just gonna be like 100 images like hidden and stacked, and it's gonna be impossible to fix anything later. But you know, that's a thing for later on. Okay, bye bye.